Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 20. 10, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. That means your offense has to keep pace.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Crunch time, defense. Switch.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tennessee Titan.
Play action. It's Eason. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Who able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fournette running out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
24 yards.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Rodgers now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Rodgers pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Eason on second down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Is good. Makes the score Titans 14, Washington 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14, Washington 10.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Gain of 15. First down, Washington.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And 12. at the
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun is Eason. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And down right around the 37. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Eason. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Titans 21, Washington 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Rodgers now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. A shotgun give to Fournette. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McCann's kick up and good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets distinctive destination.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. As the first half is winding down, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Eason is going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
On the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Washington first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. From the gun, Eason. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
The throw right sideline here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Eason. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Eason's pass intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This is a 26-yard attempt.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Back now in Nashville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Here's Koo to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. From the gun, Eason. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Operating from the gun, Eason. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Henry, and this time he is in. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45, Washington 13. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10-10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Fournette. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fights loose. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's good.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Washington.
A toss running left. Fournette. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Trey Flowers on the stop. Today's final
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying,